Disclaimer: this is an imaginary story. Please don't relate it with any idol or any other person. It's nothing related to anyone's life. It's pure work of fiction. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, or actual events is purely coincidental. Whatever pics are shown in this story, they all have been taken from Google and Pinterest. The credit for them goes to their real owner. Storyline and voice are mine, so please don't copy that. Girl 1. T, please leave our hair, it's hurting. Girl 2. Yeah, leave it, otherwise we will complain to teacher. T. What will you say to teacher? I'm just checking your hair. That's real or fake? Girl 1. Do you think we wear extension in school? T. You have such a long hair. I'm only checking. Girl 2. You aren't checking, you are pulling them. Leave it. T. Your hairstyle is so good. See, your braid undone. I will fix it. Started swinging it. You wouldn't be bored. You can play with your hair. How do you have such a long hair? My hair never grew this long. Girl 1. T, it's hurting. T, but I'm not pulling. I'm just braiding. If I braid both of your hair together, your braid will be thick. You know, you can use it as lash for your pet, or you can use it as choker wrapped around his neck. See? How does it look on me? Girl 2. If you want to play with long hair, then why don't you grow your hair long? T. But when I can play with your hair, then why would I grow my hair? Girl 1. T, you are pulling it. T. Stop your acting. I will pay you money. By that you can buy branded makeup and fix your ugly face. Took out some money and threw. Don't take it seriously. It's just to show T's playful, curious, but spoiled behavior. By the way, have anyone played with your long hair in school? In my childhood, my classmates, especially boys, were very curious. They often wrapped my long braid in their both the wrists like handcuffs and said, "Your hair has arrested us." Just for fun, not to tease or hurt. I was in 6th or 7th standard, maybe. Kim Taeyang, what the hell are you doing? T turned around. Jin Hyang, what are you doing here? Jin removed the braid from T's neck. Are you alright, girls? Girl 1. Oppa, he pulled our hairs. He bullied us. Girl 2. Picked the notes from the ground. He threw money on us and said we should use makeup. We are ugly. Jin, no, you aren't ugly. You both are prettiest. You are very small to use makeup. Kids don't use makeup. They don't need. Girl 1. But T said. Jin, T is dumb. I'm an adult. I'm saying you are very beautiful. Trust my words. Bengali looked at T. T, what's this behavior? You come here to learn or bully others? T. I didn't bully them. They are lying. Jin. Stop lying. I saw everything by my eyes. Apologize. T. Apologize? And these ugly pics? Never. Chuni Hangi said I don't need to apologize. Jin, T, stop playing with my patience. I said apologize, then apologize. T pushed Jin and shouted, why should I apologize when I didn't do anything wrong? I was only playing. What's wrong with you? Are you blind? Can't you see their ugly faces? Ew, I can't even look at them. They should definitely use makeup to fix their faces. They only have pretty long hair. And why do you always poke your nose in my matter? What do you think about yourself? You aren't my parents, nor Hang. Junihangi just brought you in our house. You are nothing, just a maid. Don't try to become my mother. Why do you come here to pick me up? Do you think I'm a kid whom you need to pick up from school? I am 10 years old. Stop babying me. I'm free to do anything in my life. I am so fed up from you. Since the day you have come in our life, you made it hell. We can't even breathe by our wish. You said so many rules. We should do this, we should do that, we should eat this, we shouldn't eat that. We should go there. We should return early. We shouldn't behave like this. I'm tired of you and your so-called rules. Why are you still standing here? Get lost. I will do whatever I want. You are nothing to stop me. Again pushed him. He was shouting. All the students, drivers, watchmen, nearby people looked at him. Jin felt so embarrassed. A 10-year-old boy shouting at his brother-in-law and calling him a maid. It was a huge thing for Jin. He clenched his fist and tried to swallow his anger. He didn't want to create any buzz. Jin, T, stop shouting. Don't forget with whom you are talking. Just apologize and get back home. You created enough drama here. I don't want more. T, I know very well whom I'm talking. I'm talking with our housemate. You started the drama. Jin, fuming in anger. T, I said apologize. T, are you a thief along with blind? Haven't you heard that? I won't apologize. Again pulled girl's hair. Girls, ah. Jin slapped T. Dang! Grabbed T's arm. I will see how you will not apologize. T looked at him with teary eyes. Don't just look at me and apologize first if you don't want another slap. T bowed 90 degree. I'm sorry. Jin looked at girls. I'm extremely sorry from his behalf. I can assure you he won't disturb you again. Grabbed his arm and started dragging him. You need to learn so many things. Today I will teach you each and every manner. Jin pushed T on back seat and drove off to their home. T was continuously crying while holding his slapped cheek. Jin was so mad he dragged T inside the house. Jin, what did you say? I am a housemaid. Your Hang brought me, Your Hang married me. I'm your Hang, not the maid. This house is as much mine as it's yours. Your Hang is now my husband. You aren't only insulting me, you are insulting your Hang too. T, while holding his cheek, I will tell Hang this that you slap me. Hang will deal with you. Jin, Your hang will deal with me when he returns home, but I will deal with you right now. T. I hate you. Jin. Hate me with pleasure. Dragged him to their backyard. You were having fun by pulling girls' hair, right? Now pull these grasses by your hands until you pull out all the grasses. You won't get food. T. Why would I do this? Jin. Because I'm saying sit and move your hands fast. T. I will tell to hang. Jin raised his hand. Will you do or not? T kneeled down on the ground. Doing. Try to pull the grass. Ah, it's not coming out. Jin sat there. Use the same force to pull it out as you did to push me. With every grass, you will say sorry. He never did any work before, so it was so hard for him to pull out the grass. He was applying his full strength. His knees got bruised, hands turned red. He was continuously crying, causing his eyes red and swollen. Weather wasn't sunny, but he was sweating mess. His throat was dried due to crying and saying sorry. Jin tried to drink him water, but he refused to drink. T had bigger ego. Jin was sitting there and observing T's condition very carefully. Soon it turned little dark. T's face turned pale. Tiredness was clearly visible from his face. He didn't have any energy left. He pulled out only few grasses, not even 1/10 part of the backyard. He was tired with this much work. Jin stopped him. T's legs turned numb. He couldn't feel them. He was about to fall, but Jin held him. He again pushed Jin, but Jin carried him in his arms and took him in his room. He helped him to clean and changed his clothes. He applied the ointment on his bruises. T was continuously pushing him, but he fed him his food. Time skipped at night. Outside was raining heavily. T was sleeping in his room. Jin already fed him his dinner. He was waiting for June to come so they could eat their dinner together. Doorbell rang and Jin opened the door. Jin opened the door. You are late today. June. Suddenly it started raining and lightning started thundering. I have to stop for some time. Has he eaten his dinner? Jin. I have fed him. He slept early today. June. Serve the dinner. I'm coming. Jin. Okay. June changed his clothes and slowly opened the door of T's room. He found him sleeping, curling up like a small ball. He already threw his blanket as per his habit. June smiled and slowly shook his head. He went inside and covered T from blanket, but he heard some painful mumbling. T in sleep. Mama, Dada, please take Didi doesn't wanna live anymore. Here, everyone is so bad. Didi's hurt. Mama. Hearing T's painful mumbles, June's heart broke. He was the mafia king, but he couldn't bear a single tear in his brother's eyes. He loved him so much, and pampered him like his baby. He didn't let him pick a single spoon. He raised him up like a small cocoon, always wrapped in his love and warmth, his every wish fulfilled before he even completed the sentence. Hearing T's cracked voice and wished for death shook him from inside. He turned on the table lamp and sat on the bed. John slowly shook T. Titi, Titi, wake up, baby, wiped his tears. Titi, Titi. T slowly opened his eyes and saw June. Junie Angi hugged him tightly. June hid him in his strong arms. Yes, Junie Hangi is here. Why is my little bear crying? Did you see any nightmare? T. Junie Hangi sent it to boarding school. June, what are you saying? Junie Hangi will never send his little bears anywhere. Little bear and Junie Hangi will always stay together. You must have dreamt any nightmare. T broke the hug. No, Hangi, he slapped me. June clenched his fist. Slap you? Who didn't want to live more? Who dared to hurt my baby? Tell me their name. Did your teacher do this? Cupped his face. T. Hurt. June turned on the lights and saw T's red puffy cheek and eyes. Who did this? Brought the ointment. Wait, it will be fine soon, okay? Started applying ointment. T. It's burning, Hangi. June blew. Sorry, I will be more gentle. T showed his red puffy palms. Here to hush. June saw his red palms and became more mad. They will be fine soon, don't worry. Done with ointment. Who did this? You don't need to scare. Your Junie Hangi is here. T. Your husband. June shocked. Chin. T nodded his head vigorously. He came to pick me at the school. I didn't know he would come. I came late, so he became so mad and slapped me so many times. Everyone trying to stop him, but he didn't stop. He made me pull out all the backyard grass. You can check, there is no grass. He didn't give me water and food. I was begging, but he didn't have mercy. He said it's his house, and if I want to live here, I have to obey him. You are his husband. You would only listen to him. Yangi isn't good. Please send Titi to boarding school. June, what? Jin did this? Come with me. T, scared. No, he would be mad. June, you don't need to scare until your brother is here. Nobody can mistreat you, even my husband too. Jin was reheating the food. He was feeling little unwell. He was totally unaware of the storm that was coming to him. June shouted, Chen! 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 Jin ran to him. What happened? Why are you shouting? June, you dare to slap my brother? Jin looked at T, who was hiding behind June. June, listen to me. I slapped him, but because he was cut off. June, he was a child. You want to control him? Jin, no, I have no intention to control him. June, stop lying. It's only been 6 months since you came here and you have started showing your true colors. You thought you are my husband, so you get the authority to hurt my brother, who is no less than my son. You dare to strafe him. Have you forgotten your place? It's my house. If anyone is outsider here, then it's you. Grabbed Jin's arm. You dare to hurt my brother? He started dragging him. Jin tried to free himself. You are mistaking me. Listen to me. I can explain you everything. Just give me a chance. T is lying. June opened the door and threw him out. You have lots of courage standing in my house and calling my brother is a liar. I have so all the proof on my brother's face. That much proof is enough for me. Get lost. I married you only for my brother. If you can't give him love and affection, I don't need you. Don't show me your face again. Closed the door on his face. Jin banged the door. June! June! Open the door! You can't throw me out like this. I'm your husband, god damn it. You have married me. You haven't picked me up from the roadside. Open the door. At least listen. My side. You can't give your judgment. June! 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 Open the door. I devoted my whole life to them just to be treated like this. This is the worst. He promised me to protect me from everything, and today he threw me out in this heavy rainfall from my own house like I never mattered for him. I treated T like my own son, and he lied to his brother. For him, I paused my dream just to not let him go on wrong path. For him, I gave my day and night, and today, instead of accepting his mistake, he provoked June against me. Wiped his tears. No, I won't waste my tears for them. They are worthless. If they didn't want me, I also don't want them. It was heavily raining. Jin was standing there and looking at his room's balcony. This heavy rain and thunder didn't affect Jin the much June and T's behavior. His heart was heavy. He just couldn't believe how his husband threw him out without giving him a chance to explain. He waited whole night there just in this hope maybe June's anger calmed down and he came to take him back. But June didn't come. He was so busy in pampering his brother and hearing his lies. It was an arranged marriage. June was the mafia king and Jin was handling his dad's business. June already told Jin about his harsh and rough behavior, short tempered mind, anger issues, love for his brother. He clearly told Jin to not accept any gentleness from him. Jin liked his honesty. He was ready to take T's whole responsibility too. He bore June's anger before too, but this time it was something else. He himself observed T's spoiled behavior and decided to take a break from his work for T's right upbringing. His married life was working well. He removed all the staffs and took the power in his hands. He changed their careless behavior. He stopped teas, snacks, and extra pocket money. He restricted him and imposed so many rules on him. T didn't like how Jin snatched his freedom. T was still a child who didn't know the difference between right and wrong. T only wanted June scold Jin. He didn't know his lies brought the storm in his Yang's married life. He didn't know the consequence of his action. Time skipped in the morning. Jin waited whole night there, but neither did June come nor T. It was still raining, but not like last night. He walked towards his parents' home. Mrs. Kim, Jin, you here like this? Mr. Kim looked outside. Where is June? He didn't come with you? Jin, I'm tired. I want to sleep. Mrs. Kim, but Jin looked at Mrs. Kim. Don't tell me it's not my home now. Mr. Kim, what are you saying? Of course it's your home. Go and rest. We won't disturb you. Jin, no need to call anyone. Left. Mrs. Kim, what happened to him? He isn't looking fine. Mr. Kim, maybe he had a fight with June. Let him rest. We will talk with him later. Time skipped after few days. Few days passed. Jin was still in his parents' home. He shut himself completely in his room. He didn't talk with anyone. Jin's parents were worried for him. There, Jin locked himself in his room, and here, without Jin, June and T's lives turned mess. They couldn't do anything without Jin. Jin wasn't only a person who lived there, he was the person who made a mansion home. June hired a maid to take care of the house and tea, but a maid could never took the place of homemaker because a homemaker did the work by their heart, not just for formality. T, while searching his clothes, where is my dad furry jacket? I have to go on party. Jinhyang, I couldn't find my furry jacket. Where did you keep it? Jinhyang. Maid came there. Why are you shouting? Don't you have any other work rather than shouting? All the time you are shouting like there is an emergency. Doesn't your throat hurt? Now what happened? T, while holding his shirt, Azuma, I have to go on my friend's birthday party. Did you see my furry jacket? Maid, no, you have thousands of clothes. Wear something. Now don't disturb me. I have so many works to do. Angrily left. T, annoyed. Jinyang, what are you doing? I can wear clothes by myself. I'm not a kid. I'm 10 years old. Jin, are you done by complaining? My 10 years old big boy? Now stay here. T, wrapped in towel. What are you doing? My clothes are here. Why are you wasting my time? I don't want to be late for the party. Jin, these lights color doesn't suit you. T, offended. Do you even know anything about fashion? These are trending. Juni Hangi specially brought them from Paris. I want to look fashionable in my friend circle. In the party, everyone should only see me. Jin pulled T by his shoulders and made him stand on the bed. TT, branded clothes and stuffs don't define your personality. Clothes are meant for us, not we are for clothes. T. What's this? This isn't the special edition clothes. Who is its designer? Jin, while dressing him, its designer is Kim Shokjin. T. But I want to wear my branded clothes. That fancy one. I want to look cooler. Jin. When you can look an AC, then why do you want to look cooler? T. Confused. Who? Jin. It was a joke. Leave it. T. Is this the time to do a joke? Jin. There is no time to smile. Placed his hand on his shoulders. Listen to me very carefully, TT. Branded and luxury clothes don't make you cool. You make the clothes look good. T frowned. But it's not luxury. Jin smiled. You don't need luxury to look nice. Even simple or cheap clothes can look classy if you wear them with confidence, and you always look handsome no matter what you wear. T. But what if I don't look special? I want to look special. Everyone should look at me only. Jin chuckled and tapped his nose. It's your friend's birthday, not yours. Today is his special day. We shouldn't dress like we are trying to steal the spotlight. We dress for the occasion and also for the person we are celebrating. T blinked his eyes twice. So I shouldn't try to look attractive? Jin, you should, but always remember we shouldn't try to spoil anyone's special moment. Today is your friend's day to shine. Let him enjoy all the spotlight. That shows good manners and a good heart, and confidence is the best thing you can wear with your prettiest boxy smile. Understand? Pick the black and red jacket. T. What's this? Red jacket? TT will look clown in this red jacket over this white t-shirt. Jin made him wear jacket. How can you say you didn't even try it? TT, we should wear those clothes which looks good on us, not those which look good on mannequins. And this red color is made for you. It enhances your strength and boosts your confidence. Picked him up from his arms and turned to mirror. Just look at yourself. T looked at mirror. It's not bad, but not the best. There is nothing special. Jin, because you didn't wear your confidence. T. Confidence? Jin Hang, you don't know anything. Confidence is inside us. We can't wear them. Jin, we can. Show me your prettiest boxy smile. T smiled brightly. Now look at the mirror, my world handsome TT. Now let's fly in the car. T flashed his boxy smile, but dropped it after looking at the empty room and lonely walls. His eyes were searching Jin, who always got him ready for the party. His eyes filled with tears to not find Jin there. He took out the clothes which Jin brought for him, but he threw, saying it wasn't branded. He teamed up it with the dark reddish brown maroon colored blazer and made a heart with boxy smile. T. Now Titi is looking full handsome Titi. Titi is ready for the party. Touched his clothes. Thank you, Jin Hyang. These clothes are looking so good on Titi. Sorry, Titi didn't understand this before. June, while looking for his file, don't know where did he keep the file. I told him that it's very important file, but he still picked the glass of liquor and stood in the balcony. Jin back hugged him. Why are you getting mad? And what's this? You again started drinking? Now, why are you drinking? Took a sip. Rum. Now, what happened? Why are you cheating with your wine? Don't tell me you broke up with it. Looked at June, who was glaring at him. I know I'm worldwide handsome, but it doesn't mean you look at me like this. Your work will offend. I don't have any problem. You can look at me. In fact, you should only look at your husband. June looked at Jin. Aren't you tired of complimenting yourself? Jin, why should I be? I don't mind if you also give me compliments. Snatched the glass from June's hand and drank it in one go. June tried to stop him. It's neat. I didn't add water or soda. Jin, it's burning. June, you are always in hurry. Wait, let me bring ice for you. Jin, leave it. Tell me what happened. Why are you worried? June, my all the files are missing. A cleaning freak thief stole them. Tomorrow is very important meeting. I don't know I will get this deal or not. Jin, that cleaning freak thief neatly arranged all the files in file cabinet so the mafia king doesn't waste his time and energy to search them. June wrapped his arms around Jin's waist and squeezed him. Really? That thief is very thoughtful? Jin rubbed his nose with June's. Of course he is. Attached their foreheads. You know, June, nervousness is a good sign, but never let it take over your thoughts. Whenever I was nervous for my meeting, I cooked something delicious and eat. June, I have heard that under stress people lose their appetite to eat and you cook and eat food. Jin, because I want to confuse my brain. You should also try this. Let's go. I will cook something good for you. About to go. June pulled him back. But my delicious food is here. Jin, but you can't eat me. June, who said this? Of course I can eat you my full course meal. Pulled his cheek in his mouth and started it. Suddenly mobile started ringing. June looked at the balcony where was no one. He looked at the room. There wasn't Jin. He realized he was just remembering his moments with Jin. He checked the dressing table and found Jin's mobile was ringing, but it wasn't the call, it was the reminder. June looked at his mobile. Saving the house by giving June's file for tomorrow's meeting. He set the reminder of my meeting. Widened his eyes. Is he mad or what? What's this? Getting ready. Tea for his friend's birthday party. Tea's parents teacher meeting. Meeting with dietitian for Tea and June's diet. Going on shopping. preparing special dish for tea, hiding June's liquor bottles, convince June for outing or vacation. What's this? He set a reminder for whole month for these nonsense work. Turned off all the reminder and saw the wallpaper of mobile. My tea bear. This is the pic when he ate the ice cream and his tongue turned red. Whole day he was just showing his tongue. I really don't understand you, Jin. You set tea's pic as your wallpaper, but it was you who hurt my tea bear. I don't understand. Which one is your real side? When I married you, I thought I got the mama of my tea bear who would take care of him in my absence, who would love him. I like to do him. I was this much impressed by your caring that I thought I'm the luckiest man whose husband didn't only love him but accepted his responsibility too by whole heart. Not even for a single moment I felt your love and care for tea was fake. I really don't understand. How could I come in your drama? Why did you do this, Jin? Why? I was always honest with you. I never hide anything from you. I didn't even try to look good in front of you. I always behaved as I am. There was no filter from my side, but you hurt my brother. If you shoot me, I wouldn't even ask the reason, but you hurt my brother. What was his fault? Why did you do that? I started loving you, Jin. I thought to have a family with you. You, me, T, and our cute tiny baby. But you spoiled everything. People are right when they say no one can really break you except the person you let close enough to know your deepest truth. You knew T is my life. That's why you attacked on him for breaking me. You are the husband I always dreamt, but you aren't meant for me. A person who hurt my son like brother can't be my husband. I don't understand why still my heart isn't ready to believe that you can do anything wrong with TT. I should believe what I see and hear, not what my heart says. My heart still says you are an innocent. You are the one who I want. You are the one who can handle me and TT. Look, Jin, what you did to a heartless mafia who always believed in proofs and never gave importance to emotions. But today I want to trust on my heart. In just 6 months, you became the heartbeat of the heartless mafia's heart. I want to hate you, but I can't hate you. I love you, Jin. Even after breaking my trust, hurting my brother, I still love you. I never felt this much helpless like you made me now. What do I do with these feelings now? They are making me weak. They are pulling me towards you. They are proving me wrong and you right. People are right when they say love means unbearable pain. This pain has no cure. Broke the liquor glass in his hand. It was the midnight. June was in his room. T was sitting on the floor corner of his room while holding the small photo frame of his and Jin. T. Jin Hyang, please return. I didn't know my one lie. became this week. Titi is feeling so lonely. Titi isn't a big boy. Titi needs his Jin Hyang. Please come back. Titi is missing you so much. Called Jin's parents. Mrs. Kim, I don't think it's just a fight. Jin is here from few days, but neither did June come to pick him, nor T. Mr. Kim, I think something big happened between them. Jin isn't ready to say anything. He stopped us to talking to June. Mrs. Kim, I think we should meet with June personally and talk. Mr. Kim, if he comes to know about this, he can leave from here too. Haven't you noticed? He didn't brought his mobile. At least here Jin is safe. If he does anything in anger, then what would we do? Mrs. Kim, so you mean to say we shouldn't try to do anything? We just sit here by holding our hands. Here our son is in pain. We still didn't know the reason. Mr. Kim, I know your pain and fear. Jin isn't only your son, he is my son too. I'm also worried for him just like you. But we can't do anything that hurt him. He won't be mad this easily, but when he does, nobody can coax him. Mrs. Kim, but we have to try. We are his parents. It's our right to know what's happening in our son's married life. Mrs. Kim's mobile rang. Mr. Kim, this time who called? Mrs. Kim, saw the caller ID. It's TT. Mr. Kim, TT? Now what happened there? Mrs. Min, don't know. Received the call. Hello? T? T, heavy cracked voice. Hello, aunt. I want to talk. Jin Hyang. Mrs. Kim, this time is everything alright there? T, yeah, just want to listen Jin Hyang. Please give him mobile. Mrs. Kim, wait. Went to Jin's room. Jin, T is on call. He wants to talk with you. Jin, tear dropped on his wrist. Mom, don't disturb me. I don't want to talk with anyone. Please close the door properly. Mrs. Kim, but Jin, Mom, you are disturbing my sleep. Please go. Mr. Kim, okay, we are going. Close the door. Mrs. Kim, T. I heard aunt. Sorry for disturbing you. Cut the call. Mr. Kim, what happened? Mrs. Kim, he cut the call. He didn't sound well. His voice was very heavy and cracked. I think he cried a lot. Mr. Kim, definitely something big happened in Namjin because of T. Time skipped after 2 days. 2 days passed since T tried to talk with Jin, but he denied. T realized the importance of Jin. He realized what was Jin for him. He wasn't just his Hyang's husband and housemaid, as he addressed him previously. He was the mother figure for him. Today was T's parents teacher meeting. Everyone's guardian had already arrived, but June hadn't arrived yet. T called and texted him, but he didn't respond. Woman 1. So he is the boy who used to bully other students. Where is his parents? Why haven't they arrived yet? Woman 2. Parents will come if they are here. Woman 1. What do you mean? Isn't his parents here? Woman 2. He doesn't have parents. He is an orphan. Woman 3. This is what happens when a child is raised without parents. What else we can expect from an orphan? If his parents were there, they would definitely teach him the difference between right and wrong. Children without parents get spoiled, and he is the prime example of that. Enough! T turned around with teary eyes and broken heart. Jin Hyang ran to him and hugged him tightly. Jin wrapped his arms around T's shoulders. Do you even know what you are saying? Whom are you calling an orphan? His Hyangs are still here to take stand. I know he made a mistake by bullying some girls, but he already learned his lesson. I myself slapped and punished him. He is just 10 years old. He didn't want to hurt them. He was just wanted to play with their long hairs. He apologized and didn't repeat. Did he? They are just children. Sometimes they do something whose consequence they don't know. They are still in learning phase. They make mistakes and learn. Our responsibility is to correct them, not to mock and drag the matter. He's a child, whatever he did was unintentionally, but being an adult, you are passing the unnecessary comments on that child who already lost his parents. It's not only shameful but insensitive too. People learn from their mistakes. It would be good for you if you show some maturity rather than taunting. If I can slap him for his mistake, then I can break your mouth too for hurting him. Think twice before opening your mouth. He is my son, and I won't allow anyone to talk rubbish about him. Let's go, TT, said by glaring at woman 3. Jin was fuming in anger. His glare was sharp. T was all the time hugging Jin and looking at him with teary eyes. He couldn't believe that his Jin Hyang, whom he hurt so much, was taking a stand for him and ready to fight for him. Jin met with T's teachers. All the teachers praised T for his changed behavior but complained for his low marks. Jin dropped T at his home. T requested Jin to not go, but Jin didn't say anything and left. Time skipped in the evening. T was desperately waiting for June to return. He was so scared, but he wanted to bring back his Jin Hyang back. T, while walking back and forth, I know after knowing the truth, Juni Hangi will be so mad. Maybe he slaps me, but I don't have any other option. I want to bring back Jin Hyang home. All this happened because of me. Now I will have to fix everything again. Door opened and Jin entered. Juni Hangi, I have to say something to you. June, not now, T. I'm not in good mood. We will talk later. T. No, I have to tell you the truth. It wasn't Jin Hyang's fault. It was all mine. I, 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 lied to you. He slapped me not because I came late, but because he saw me bullying some girls. I was just playing with their long hairs and called them ugly too. When Jin Hyang told me to apologize, I pushed him and shouted at him. I addressed him a housemaid. I talked with him so disrespectfully. I only pulled few grasses. Jin Hyang was trying to feed me water, but I didn't drink. He applied ointment on my bruises. He fed me food by his hands. I saw you coming to me, so I wiped the ointments. I acted to mumble in sleep. I just wanted you to punish Jin Hyang like he did me, but I swear I never wanted you to throw him out. Please bring him back. He never mistreated me. He was always good with me. I I was bad with he. Ah. After hearing the truth, June couldn't hold his anger anymore and slapped him. T fell on the floor. June went on his level and clenched his jaw. June, do you even know what you did? How rude I behaved with him. I threw him out in heavy rain without listening him. He was trying to tell me the truth, but I was blind in your love. I thought my brother would never lie to me. This is what you give to your brother. You got the happiness by ruining your house. When did you become this cunning? You were used to be an innocent. How can you break my trust, T? How can you frame an innocent? Harshly left his jaw. T grabbed John's hand. I'm so sorry. Was just mad. I know I made a mistake. I hurt you and Jin Hyang. If you want, you can slap me again, but please bring back Jin Hyang. June yanked his hand. He will never return after this insult. Grabbed his own hair and pulled them. Ah! In my anger, I ruined everything. I didn't even try to find out the truth because I trust you so much. I wish I had tried to know the truth. T again held June's hand. Please don't say this. I want Jin Hyang back. I'm ready to do anything. Please talk with him. He's so good. He will definitely listen to you. I will tell him it was me who provoked you against him. Please, let's go to him. I will apologize to him. Please. Burst into tears. Mr. Kim, we don't want to listen anything, Jin. You have to tell us the truth. Tell us what happened. Mrs. Kim, yes, Jin, tell us. We are your parents. We will trust you. We will support you. If June misbehaved with you, then you don't need to hesitate. We will talk with lawyer for divorce. Jin, shocked. Divorce? Felt a strong pang hearing about divorce. Mr. Kim, yes, divorce. If June isn't right for you, you don't need to bear this relationship. Jin, what are you saying? Yes, there is a tension between us, but divorce? It's too much. Usually, parents make their kids understand how to keep calm and save their relationship, but here you are advising me to take divorce and my relationship. Mrs. Kim, yes, we are advising you for divorce because we know if you have come here even without your mobile, then it must be something big. Otherwise, you would have handled by yourself. Jin, Mom, in every relationship some misunderstanding happens, but it doesn't mean we end it rather than solving it. Please stay away from this matter. It's between me and my husband. We will think what we will do, but we aren't going to take divorce. That's final. Doorbell rang and Mr. Kim opened the door. T quickly ran inside while crying and hugged Jin tightly. His cheek was red. Jin saw his red cheek. T, Jin Yang hugged him tightly. Jin touched his red puffy cheek. Who slapped you? How did you come here? June, I brought him here. He told me the truth that it was his fault, but he blamed you. T, yes, Jin Yang, I told him the truth. Please, let's go home. We came here to take you home. Jin broke the hug. It's not possible. T again hugged him tightly. Why? I misbehaved with you. I said you wrong things. I provoked Hyang against you, but I realized my mistake. I Promise, I will never misbehave. I will never shout. I will do whatever you say. I will take your all the punishment. You can slap me too. I won't complain, but please return to us. I missed you so much. Jin slowly broke the hug. Leave me, T. I won't return. And why would I return? If tomorrow your Hang gets mad and anyone say him anything against me, so he would again throw me out of the house even without listening me like I am just an useless stuff, not his husband. He didn't marry me, he brought me from the roadside, right? He will trust on others, not his husband who stayed with him for 6 months. In these 6 months, I didn't won his trust. T is a child, he can do anything, but you are an adult. June, you are a mafia king. Is this how you do justice without giving the chance to explain themselves? Ran to his room. June, no, it's not like cut off by hard slap. Mr. Kim angrily grabbed June's collar. You dare to throw my son in heavy rain. You didn't even bother to check him. He returned home in the morning fully drenched in water and shivering. Anything could have happened to him. T is a child. He didn't know anything, but you are an adult. We married our son to you, not to T. Kids' mistakes are forgiven, but not yours. We made the biggest mistake by marrying our son to you. Now the only thing returned to your home is divorce papers. If you can't respect my son, you don't deserve to have him. This relationship will end here. Now please leave my place. Throw June and T outside. June banged the door. Dad, open the door. Please let me apologize. I know I made a mistake. Not mistake, but sin. By not trusting Jin, but at least give me a chance to apologize. Dad, 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 Dad. Karma is back. Few days ago, June threw Jin out in heavy rainfall without giving him a chance to explain. Now Mr. Kim threw him out in same heavy rainfall. Now he was banging the door for explanation. June kept banging the door, but Mr. Kim didn't open it. He turned to T, who was kneeling on the ground and pulling the grass in heavy rainfall while chanting sorry. Warm tears were flowing through his eyes. T, while pulling the grass, so sorry, so sorry, sorry. June went to him and held his hand. T, what are you doing? Your hands will hurt. Any bug can bite you. T looked at June with teary eyes. T hurt Jin Hyang. T will correct his mistake. T will pull out all the grasses. T won't go home without Jin Hyang. Again he started pulling the grass. So sorry. So sorry. So sorry. June shouted, Jin, I know you are watching us. Your anger is valid. Please listen to me. I'm not saying to forgive me, punish me, but at least listen the truth. I don't leave you alone. At that night, I checked you. I saw you drenching in rain and looking at the window. I was also standing there. He was sleeping in my arms. I didn't move from there. When in the morning you came here, my man was following you. I was on video call. I saw you going safely inside the home. I was just mad. I was hurt. I couldn't digest. You could hurt T. You know what T matters to me. I told you everything before marriage. Even after marriage, you also saw how I take care of T. I'm so emotional and protective for tea. I didn't want he felt the emptiness of mom and dad. When I saw his vulnerable condition, his wish to go to mom and dad, I couldn't control on myself. I wanted to believe on you, but I couldn't deny T's bruises. He was hurt. T never lied to me. I trust you, but we are just together from 6 months. I couldn't ignore 10 years T's love for your 6 months love. Please try to understand my situation too. He is a child. He was hurt. I didn't even let a single scar on him. You could never imagine what would I face at that time to see his red puppy eyes, slapped cheek, bruised palms and knees. You can't even imagine how useless I felt at that time. I couldn't protect my baby. People don't understand my pain. You can't understand the pain until you face the same pain. If you don't want to stay in this relationship, it's fine. I will give you divorce. In fact, you should take divorce after this insult. But at least listen to me. Don't meet me, but at least come for TT. See how hard he is trying to get your forgiveness. Please forgive him. Jen. T, while pulling the grass and shivering hard. So sorry. So sorry. Achoo. Jin was hearing everything by standing at window. As soon as he heard T sneezing, he ran there with blanket and towel. He wrapped T in blanket and brought him inside. June followed them. T hugged Jin tightly. Mama. Jin, Mama is here. Don't cry. Wiped his tears. Talk with me, okay? Started drying his hair. T, Mama, so sorry. Achoo. Jin, you got cold. First, come and change your clothes. T grabbed his hands. No. Didi, so sorry. Mama, home. Jin, Mama will come home. Titi shouldn't worry. Mama forgives Titi. Titi should relax and take deep breath. See, Mama is right here. T hugged him tightly. Mama. June placed his hand on Jin's shoulder. Jin, I don't want to talk with you. June, see, you are mad and hurt, but still, as soon as T sneezed, you ran to him. You couldn't see him in pain. You only know him just for 6 months. But think about me. How I would felt to see him in that condition. Jin, kneel down and raise your hands up, then talk. June, T grabbed June's hand and made him kneel down and hands up in air. Obey, Mama. June, aren't I too old for getting this punishment? Jin, then don't talk. June, no, it's fine. But I'm Mafia King. I'm in my in-laws' house. What will they think about me? Just think about my image. Jin glared him. Oh, okay. I understand. Well, my hair is wet too. I can also get cold. Jin, you are a Mafia King. This rain won't do anything. June, I'm sorry. Jin, you hurt me, June. You don't know by which pain I went through. My husband, who promised to protect me, threw me out of his house without listening me. It's so insulting, you know. June, I know, I'm ashamed, but now I can't change the past. Tell me, what should I do? How do I get your forgiveness? Jin, you have to earn my forgiveness, June. You have to win my trust again. I won't give you divorce, but I won't return to you until I'm assured that you won't repeat it again. June, but at least tell me, what should I do to get your trust back? June, but at least tell me, what should I do to get your trust back? T looked at June. Quote Mama, send Mama flowers, take Mama on date, propose Mama, love Mama so much. June, how do you know? And what's this Mama? It's young for you. T, no, Mama looks AC. June, now what's AC? T, you won't understand. It's the top secret between Mama and TT. Right, Mama? Jin tapped on T's nose. Right, TT. You must be hungry. I will prepare food for you. T. Finally, I will get something tasty to eat. Maid didn't prepare tasty food like Mama. June. Will I also get the food? I also missed tasty your hands food. Jin. Fine, you will also get food. Now go and change your and T's clothes. T kissed on Jin's cheek. Utti Mama ran to Jin's room. June kissed on Jin's other cheek. Okay, my would be children's Mama. And sorry too. Left. T and June went to Jin's room to change their clothes. Jin smiled and went to kitchen. Mr. and Mrs. Kim were standing in living room's balcony and watching them. Mr. Kim, Jin easily forgave June. I didn't expect this. He insulted him. I don't have trust on June. Mrs. Kim, Jin didn't forgive June. He put the condition to return. He knew June better than us. Just like we can't see our son Jin in pain, June also couldn't see T in pain. We arranged this marriage. Let's see, June will be able to turn this in love and gain Jin's trust again or not. We only want Jin's happiness. Let Jin decides his happiness. People always complain that I should punish the characters more, but I really don't understand what punishment can I give to June. According to me, regret and remorse are the biggest punishment. Punishments are for kids, not for adults. June was wrong. Whatever he did was extremely wrong. But if you think by June's point of view, you realize he wasn't wrong at his place. Being a mafia, he was rough and harsh. Jin didn't forgive June, he forgave T. June got Jin so easily, but now he has to earn Jin's trust and forgiveness. Nothing will change overnight. It will take time and lots of patience. You can ruin the relationship in seconds, but it takes years to build it. Kids make mistakes, but it's adults' responsibility to correct them and not let them spoil. Love isn't proved by words but by responsibility and respect. When we take someone's care for granted, life eventually shows us their true worth. Ego destroys relationships, but sincere apology and effort can rebuild them stronger. Family is not about blood, it's about the heart that stays, protect, and forgive. Value the one who silently hold your world together before it's too late. The end. Author's note: That's it for today. I hope you all liked it. It was the requested story for Jin's birthday special one shot. I hope I didn't disappoint you. We never value the things which we get free without doing anything to get it. We started taking it for granted, but when we lost it, we suddenly realized its worth. Same goes to Dee and June. Until Jin was with them, they never realized his worth. They never valued him. But when he left them, their lives turned mess. It's good to be devoted towards family and loved ones, but not on the cost of self respect. If Jin had corrected Joan and T earlier, perhaps the matter wouldn't have escalated so much today. I hope you all enjoyed it. We will meet soon with new story. Till then, take care of yourself. Love you all. If you like this story, then please do like, subscribe, share, and comment. I assure you that you will never gonna regret on your decision. Thanks for watching.